All right. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Like always, video is completely unscripted, because especially today's video, which was in the long making, or in the making for long, because it's been a couple days since I've been needing to talk about this. Just because the last video we were talking about Blue Box, which I caught up to it, romance, I loved it, and it left me fucking sad and broken and happy. But I noticed a trend that what like it's been keeping me up late, because I also like today we're gonna be talking about Hokkaido gals are super adorable, which was another story, another manga that recently, not too long ago, finished. And it's another one that kind of broke my heart. Just the ending. It's so it's so sweet. It's so comforting. But it's like, man, like when I read it, it speaks to me because I'm a lonely guy here making videos talking about romance right now. You don't know how that affects me, bro. But it hits hard. It hits hard because it's one of those few mangas that just talks to me so much. Just like Blue Box has talked to me, just because Blue Box feels so more realistic in a way. A lot of the interaction between characters and stuff, it just feels a lot more real than maybe something like the Sanko Gal, which also it's deep, it's nice, it's cute, fan servicey, a couple parts, and the start you really think kind of kind of has you like looking around, like seeing who he's gonna go for. But I'm kind of happy he went with the main heroine, main lead girl. She was amazing. And when before I made another video previously, not on this channel, but I made that when I reached chapter 101, which is spoilers, big spoilers. Chapter 100, I believe, chapter 101, that was the confession. So I'm like, at that during that time, there I think it was only to 105 at like when it was released, and I was catching up. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna let it fucking load up. I'm gonna let it get some more chapters out. But man, who would have known that it was gonna end at chapter 119, bro? 119 was the final chapter, and I gotta say those chapters were some of the most heartbreaking, just in the fact that it was so sweet. Which is not heartbreaking, but it's just like I was reading it and I was shedding tears. I was dripping tears. I was shedding, just the waterworks were going everywhere, just because it's such a beautiful story. And the ending is so nice. It kind of closes it for all the heroines, that all the girls that were presented, they get their ending. And happy ending all around. Like I said, spoilers, big spoilers. It fucking it threw me for a loop so much that the last two chapters, they are fucking, it makes it seem like it's getting viewed through the eyes of their daughter, which, yes, they have a daughter. And and it's like the ending just leads to the daughter's marriage. We like go through her whole life till her marriage, and we just see our main couple from the main story, just walk her down the aisle. And it was so sweet, bro. It was so heartwarming, bro. It's like, oh man, dude, just holy shit. I guess, oh man, it's just a great story. At first, it does it breaks your heart a little bit, because it feels like they're not gonna be a couple. It feels like there's so many mixed signs going here and there, and it's like it feels like the main girl and the main guy are not gonna be together, so it's heartbreaking. But I'm glad I kept reading it. And I guess once you get to a certain point, you kind of you still see fan servicey scenes, and you're like, damn, nice. But it doesn't really affect. At that point, you start just looking at the story so much more, like I really did. And I just fucking love the romance. I love the fucking characters interactions, the relationships. It was so beautiful. I can't stop repeating the same thoughts, same thoughts. So, like, anyways, I'm saying, similar to like Blue Box, even though Blue Box hasn't ended, but they finally got a relationship going. It's beautiful. But back to the Sanko Gal, man, the way it ended, like I said, we get those time skips. We get to see the time skips. We don't like it. Doesn't it time skips, but we see the time skip as it's like occurring. And I appreciate it. I do hope this manga gets in English licensing. I would love to collect it. I would love to have it, just because it's one of my favorites, one of my favorite series ever. And I think I'm definitely gonna put this up in like one of my favorite romances, because I think it's definitely up there with Blue Box, Oregairu, Snafu. Wait. Oregairu. Yeah, I was thinking of of Orisuki, but that's my favorite for another reason too. Yeah, I love that romance too, but I'm so sad we don't have an English translation for that. But like I said, the Sankogal, Blue Box, uh, Oregairu, um, Horimiya. Those have been some of my favorite romances. It's it's weird, you know. It's like weird, it's like trying to group them all together, but it's just I love the romance. I love the character interactions in all of them so much. So there's many reasons why I love it, but I think, man, I think I'm definitely past my shonen phase. Which, you know, don't get me wrong, I still love a good shonen, a good fight here, a good fight there. His power ups, like you're never gonna take that away from me. I grew up on Naruto, grew up on Dragon Ball, grew up on fucking all the good shit. Although I haven't seen a lot of the newer um shonen, but oh man, like when I think about, oh man, I'm going back to Blue Box somehow. But when I go back to like Blue Box, I love Haikyuu. There's not a lot of romance that I remember, but there's Haikyuu, which is super hype sports, and then we have like super like character interaction, like the Sankogal and Oregairu, and I think you mix those and you get Blue Box, which is so fucking beautiful. Which in my head that makes sense, but that might be controversial. But it just makes sense in my head, and I love it for that. So without further ado, that's just how I thought. You know, I had to go back and reread because I did say I read it twice when it came out. I read it and then I had to read it again because I'm like, what the fuck, and then I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna let it cool down, let it go a week, 2 weeks, let my thoughts go down. I had to reread it. It's 3 in the morning, so I'm like, these thoughts have been keeping me up at night so much. So I'm like, okay, I gotta talk about this because I love this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I do got a couple, you know, things planned. I don't know how it will go. I noticed I did start getting a couple views on my last video, so appreciate that to anyone that watched. I think my next video is just gonna be probably a big project in the making where I go through my anime list, like my anime list, and I put them on a sheet, and then we rank them on personal bias, and we just create some crazy thoughts, you know, some controversial topics. But yeah, without further ado, I need to go take a nap, edit this real quick, and then I'll post it up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.